So then I knew Leonard Briggs real well, too.
How would you have known him?
My father had a grocery store from Sugar Grove, Pennsylvania, and they were customers of his. I bought a Ford car from a guy down in Houston, Texas, that had raced the state line with it a couple times.
Was that Phil Cronin?
Yeah, I was Phil Cronin.
How did a guy from Houston, Texas, get involved in Stateline Speedway?
He met Kenny. Kenny used to run Markham, which is Arca now. But years ago, John Markham had it. And he met Kenny at one of the races somewhere, I don't know, either Cleveland, Cloverleaf, or I don't know, someplace, or Pittsburgh maybe, down in Heidelberg. And you got to be friends, and then, you know how that goes. You say, well, I live up there, we race on Saturday nights. Well, there was a couple Saturday nights there was no Arca or no Markham race. And so he would just come over from Cleveland. He was based in Cleveland. He would come on over.
Your car number was 15. How did you get settled on that?
That was a number of a residency I lived at in Jamestown, 15 Price Street. Well, I got that from Joe Sauner from years and years ago. I asked him one time how he got number 18 on his car. Well, he lived on 18th Street. So they put number 18 on the car, him and the guys that owned that car. And I sort of just copied him. I thought, hell, I made it easy. Well, of course, Stars, Bobby, and which Jim and I are good friends, and we've stayed friends with us, right to this day. We're friends, and Squirt, John, of course, he was a winner there. Oh, he was quite an innovator, and then of course he kept his cars light, and they didn't weigh much. And he was like they don't call them cheaters, they call them innovators, And I don't know, he knew a lot of little tricks in them days, and as far as the cars went, and things went on cars. But I think one of the main things is the cars were awful light compared to a lot of the other ones. There was nothing in them cars that didn't need to be. They were just flat. They were light, the colors to it. They didn't have nothing extra in them. As far as roll cage goes, or even the drivers were light. Ronnie and Hyle Russell never weighed a whole awful lot. Eddie Kisko was the most total guy. And I was probably one of that. He was a good Chevrolet. He made a Chevrolet motor run good. Time there, I wasn't racing at that particular time, and I remember Emery Van flipping one, turning one over, coming up turn 4 there to head down the front straightaway at Stateline, and the car got flopping around there in the air and bouncing and that. I thought, oh, my God, God, I think another car, so might even hit him. And it looked a lot worse than it was, let's put it that way, but it was breathtaking for the moment, In there, that part of it was about one that sticks in my mind the most. Oh, Lord. Well, Tom and I are good friends today, but back in the day, you'd just worry when you see Tom Dill around. You didn't know if he was going to wreck you or not. he was quite wild. But, he put on a show. What the people came there to see. He was a little bit ahead of everybody else at the time. It seemed like he could make a car work real decent, like, and he was a good showman. He didn't there stick his nose in there. Go for it. He was good. He was a class. I don't know. He was a class act. Yeah. In the 70s, I did. Yeah. Basically, it was getting to the point then when it took money to do the job. Along with Ray and the Chrysler Plymouth deal, we had the money. I had the money to play with there. He put up with whatever was needed, and when they had, we got all the best of the stuff. And it pays off. Good equipment paid off.